Gardening is a fun hobby and a great way to provide fresh food for your family. All gardening starts with cultivating the soil in some way. Because it's important to choose the right tiller for the job, we'll highlight some of the differences between front and rear tine tillers and cultivators. When choosing a tiller, always consider the size and the type of job you're working on. Rototillers come in several varieties with varying engine power and prices. Front tine tillers are one of the most common types of tillers. The tines are in front of the wheels and under the engine for better tilling performance. Front tine tillers are typically smaller and lighter than rear tine tillers. With excellent digging power, they work well when used in existing garden beds or on loose soil. If you have a garden that has already been tilled, a front tine model will work well to maintain the soil and will be fairly easy to work with. Because the rotation of the tines helps propel the front tine tiller forward, when combined with the adjustable depth of the drag stake, the user can control a wide range of tilling speed and depth. Larger models will handle very large gardens, but front tine tillers are generally recommended for medium-sized gardens with softer soil. Most are smaller and more lightweight than a rear tine tiller, and are therefore generally less expensive. Another advantage is that because they are not as long as rear tine tillers, front tine tillers can be more maneuverable in smaller spaces. On a rear tine tiller, the tines are mounted behind the wheels. The wheels rotate, propelling the tiller forward. The engine is located over the wheels to allow for better traction in the soil. Rear tine tillers are generally heavier and more expensive and are best used for harder, untilled ground. Most rear tine tillers include forward and reverse controls to make turning in the garden easier. Rear tine tillers also have two options for tine rotation: SRT, standard rotating tines, and CRT, counter rotating tines. CRT models have tines that rotate toward the rear of the tiller in a direction opposite the rotation of the wheels, and are best for harder and untilled soil. SRT models have tines that rotate forward in the same direction as the wheels, and are best used to aerate soil, turn in vegetation, and leave a well-milled bed of soil. Rear tine tillers are generally easier to use in wide ranges of soil types because the wheels move the machine along and work independently of the tines. This is especially valuable when working in rocky or hard soil and when breaking new ground because the machine is less likely to jump or jerk severely when it encounters a hard object. Because the machine is propelled at a set speed, it is easier to till at a consistent depth. For gardeners or landscapers using compost, rear tine tillers work well because the forward motion of the tines chop the material and mix it with the soil at the same time. Their size and power makes them an excellent choice for large gardens or full landscaping jobs. Rear tine tillers are often larger and more powerful, so they typically cost more than front tine models and require more storage space. Also, they're not quite as maneuverable as smaller tiller models. Cultivators are smaller and easier to use in soft soil than a rototiller, but may lack the power of a rototiller and are not suitable for large jobs. They are lightweight, portable, and less expensive. Cultivators are often used to mix additives into the soil or to control weeds within established garden beds, but are not best suited to break up hard soil. Being compact, they are excellent at working in tight spaces between plants. A smaller cousin to the front tine tiller, cultivators or mini cultivators are generally smaller and lightweight. Because of their smaller size, they are easier to get into narrow areas between trees or bushes, and are excellent for weeding or occasionally loosening soil between rows of flowers or vegetables. Whatever your gardening needs are, Earthquake has you covered. For more information, visit getearthquake.com.